Hey, it's Risa coming to you live on Friday for some heart-to-heart conversation. Happy to be with you today. We are talking about what do you do if you're in that place where you're just really unhappy and you are frustrated and maybe you're scared. You're contemplating a big change and perhaps leaving your relationship. You're struggling with that question of whether to stay or go. And you feel like your discontent is really growing right now, this is for you, because we're talking about really how do you get to the real clarity and the confidence you need to be able to make the decisions that are right for you, to be able to move ahead in your life and be happy. You know, regardless of whatever decision you end up making about your relationship, this is about you getting the clarity you need, feeling empowered to make the choices that are right for you, and knowing that you can be happy no matter what you decide starting right now. Would you like to hear 3 reasons why, if you're feeling a real sense of growing discontent, why I see that as actually a good thing? Type in, say hi, say yes if you would like to hear why, if you are feeling that real sense of growing discontent, why that's actually a good thing. Take a breath. Oh, I know how uncomfortable that is and how frustrating it is when you're in a relationship and you're not happy and you are spinning your wheels and everything. Maybe you've tried everything and you feel like it's just not getting better. So the first thing we need to do is just, if you can just allow yourself to acknowledge how you feel, right? And I know it's not comfortable, that strong feeling of discontent. And like we're just not happy and we don't know what to do about it. So this is how do we also take care of ourselves in this process of finding the clarity and the confidence we need to be able to move ahead. And so take a breath. His first step is just to acknowledge, you know what? I am feeling really discontent right now. I'm feeling really unhappy. I'm feeling really frustrated. Instead of being in resistance to how we're feeling, which is normal, which is as our normal thing is, you know, our body's protection, is our brain's protection, is we don't want to feel stuff that doesn't feel good. But what we we end up doing, we suppress that, we distract. So they say what you resist persists. It creates just a lot of internal conflict within ourselves. So this is the first thing, is how can we show up for ourselves? You know, you probably have a partner in your life that you feel like is not showing up for you in the way that you want. And so what do we got to do? We got to show up. How can we show up for ourselves right now? How can we take care of ourselves? If you're here in this group listening, that's a good first step. So that's number one, is like, just if you can just allow yourself to just feel how you feel. It's okay, however you're feeling right now, wherever you're at, it's okay. So just take a breath and just sit with yourself with a little compassion and just allow yourself to feel how you feel. And so the good thing about this feeling of discontent is that we have to pay attention. We have to pay attention to that, because if we don't, guess what happens? It grows. It grows bigger. Does that feel true for you? It's like when we ignore how we feel, we think, okay, I'm just gonna suck it up. I'm gonna deal with it. I'm just gonna keep rolling along. Maybe I'll try this. Maybe I'll try that. Whatever. It's just so that if we don't have the tools and the support we need to really address the problem, or to be able to make the decisions that are right for us, and that discontent, it's just going to grow. So we have to acknowledge that and get the support we need. So the reason why I feel like if you're feeling really discontented right now, why that's actually good, is because that tells me that you are ready to have something change. If it's getting to that place where it's getting so uncomfortable and it's just, we can no longer tolerate business as usual. This is a time of great change, you guys, just astrologically speaking. We're coming into a really powerful, and I don't know a lot about astrology, but there's a lot of talk about the August 8th, the 8/8 is called a Lion's Gate, and it's a really powerful portal of energy where it's time for us to open to a new vision for our lives and receive what we really want in our lives. And so there's a lot, if you're into astrology, there's a lot that's happening. There's so many of us that are really just, it's up in our face right now. We're looking at what in our lives are we, are we outgrowing? What are we not content with anymore? And so we're sort of in that uncomfortable place where we're looking at what we don't want, but we're coming to the place of how do we open to what we do want, right? And so I'm here to support you with that today by first just saying that feeling of discontent, that's really a good sign that you're ready, your heart's calling you, your spirit's calling you to make some sort of change, whatever that decision's going to be for you. And so here's the thing, you guys, is that I feel like, whatever problems we're having in our relationships, it's really an opportunity for growth. And I know maybe you don't want to hear that right now, but looking back, if you know my story, I was married to a man who struggled with alcoholism and depression. I had no idea how much I was really depending on him. It was a very codependent kind of relationship, but I didn't know that. I didn't even know what that word meant at the time. But until he really started struggling with all of that, I didn't realize how much I was really making my well-being dependent on him, how much I was looking to him to be my sense of security, for that sense of love and validation and approval. And holy moly, it's I just learned so much about myself and how to come back to myself. I just completely lost myself in that whole situation, but it was a powerful, powerful learning experience. It was the beginning of my journey back to myself, to get in and heal whatever patterns were running in me that were looking to other people for love and approval, and really learning that it's really my own that I needed. And so I would invite you, if you're in that place of just feeling like you're kind of trapped or stuck, or feeling like sort of in that helpless place, that victim-y place, and let's just do a mindset shift right now. Instead of feeling like, why is this happening to me, to asking, why is this happening for me? What is it what's my opportunity here? This is happening, just shifting it to instead of why is this happening to me, just knowing this is an opportunity. This is happening for me. What is it that I have an opportunity to learn about myself right now from this situation? Like I said, I took that opportunity and used it to my full advantage. As painful as it was at the time, I would never thought I would be telling you I'm really actually grateful for that experience right now, because it did allow me to learn so much about myself and come into better alignment with who I am, the truth of who I am, and be in good, loving relationship with myself, with of course all the good coaching and support and tools that I learned along the way. But so I just invite you to, if you can move out of that place, if you're feeling like that and sort of that victim-y kind of place, which doesn't feel good, to remind you that you are powerful. You are in charge of creating your own reality. You don't have control. We don't have control over other people, but we have always a choice in how we want to respond. And so it's an invitation for us to take responsibility for ourselves. And I know that word has negative connotations sometimes, responsibility, but if you think about what it means, it's the ability to respond. To me, feels empowering. It feels good, right? And so you do have the ability to respond and take care of yourself in this situation. It's a question I used to ask myself a lot, is that, I might not like this situation, but how can I take care of myself in it? I can like myself in it, and I can take care of myself in it. So what do I need to do to take care of myself in this situation? What do I need to do to take care of myself today? what do I need to do to take care of myself right now? That's always the bottom line go-to question whenever you're feeling any negative emotion. It's not a good question. I ask myself that a lot, even now. It's like anytime there's any negative emotion, okay, what do I need to do? Maybe I just need to stop and take a few breaths, get outside, or eat something healthy, go to bed, whatever it is, right? And so, so that's key number 2 is we have to take responsibility for ourselves and look at what is my opportunity to learn from this. Because I'll tell you, the mistake that most women make is that when a relationship's not working, and then they end it, and then they just jump into another relationship, but they don't glean what the growth opportunity is. They don't clean up whatever patterns we're running. We all have our patterns. So then that's why divorce statistics for repeat marriages are even higher. So they say about 50% of first marriages end in divorce, second marriage is about 67%, and third marriage is even higher, about 74%, I think it is. So why do you think that is? Because we take ourselves with us where we go. So this, it's like we gotta clean it up now, or it is just gonna repeat. So let's use whatever's happening right now as an opportunity for growth, for greater healing, for you to be able to come into greater, better relationship with yourself. Because really honestly, it's like, it's really not even about, this is what I learned, it's not even about him. It's not even about the relationship. It's about me. It's about my relationship with myself. And that's number 3 is this is an opportunity for us to look at our patterns. Like I was saying, we all have our patterns, our attachment styles. We grow up as kids, and it's very, very rare. I don't know if I've ever seen anybody that got all the attention, all the love, all the validation that we needed as kids to grow up with a really healthy sense of who we are and self-esteem. It just, maybe it's getting better now, but so, and then we're sort of taught culturally that we need that other person to complete us, or like two half, my other better half. Well, I would tell you that that 2 halves don't make a whole. That makes for a codependent relationship. So that's what I learned, is that I'm no longer willing to make my well-being dependent on another person and how they're showing up. And so that's the biggest thing, is that I know that I did, and that I see pretty much everybody doing this. Just this idea of this general sense of codependence, and it's sort of normalized in our culture, but we're all sort of looking for love in the wrong place when it's really our own that we need. Would you agree? Yeah. Type in "I agree" in the comments if that feels true for you. I know for me that's certainly true. Like even if people were showing up for you and showering you with all the love and attention that you want, and giving you all the approval you want, it's like it only gets you so far, and nobody can do that for us. It's like it's our own relationship with ourselves. I always say, unless you're in right relationship with yourself, then no relationship's ever going to be right. And so we all have these patterns, we all have this stuff that we're stuck in, and so that's actually the coaching work that I've done with myself, and that I've been doing with women, hundreds of women over these past several years. To, we've got to get the tools and the support we need to release these old patterns. But the point is there that I would invite you to just think about, like, what if it's not even about him? What if it's not even about the relationship? What if it's just about me and my relationship with myself? And so here we are. How do I love myself? How do I come into a better relationship with myself? How do I free myself from any of these deep-rooted unconscious patterns that are really running the show? How do I get to the place of real clarity and confidence and real alignment with myself and my truth, loving and appreciating who I am, honoring, making choices that are honoring to myself, not settling for relationships that really are not working. And so that's, that's the work. And I'm excited to let you know that I'm going to be doing another free masterclass coming up on August 17th. You guys save the date, 7 p.m. Eastern, which is 4 p.m. Pacific, August 17th, Thursday. 3 keys to get the love you want. We're going to take a deep dive into all of this. How to get the clarity you need to make the decisions that are right for you. We're going to talk about how to avoid the number one mistake that women make when they're trying to get their needs met in their relationships. And how do you free yourself from these unconscious patterns that are preventing you from really experiencing the love that you want and making the decisions that are right for you. Save the date. I'm going to be popping a link in pretty soon for you to sign up. So give this a thumbs up if it was helpful for you. Again, 3 reasons why, if you're feeling really discontented right now, why that's actually a good thing. It tells me you're ready for something to change. And it's an opportunity for growth. What is it that I'm here to learn? What is it that's my opportunity that's here right now for me to learn from this? And it's highlighting some pattern. If you're unhappy in your relationship, I guarantee you there's some pattern that's running, some old childhood pattern that's not serving you anymore. So let's get it cleaned up. Let's get it figured out so you can move ahead with peace and clarity and confidence. And so that you can start to feel better right now. Remember your bottom line question. What do I need to do today to just take care of myself? Let's get our focus off the problem. Albert Einstein said, we cannot solve the problem from the same mind that created it, right? So we're actually not going to solve the problem by continuing to focus on what we're not liking, what the problem is. So take a breath, take a step back. Let's just, if you can just for now, get the focus back on yourself. Just focus on self-care. What do I need to do today to just take care of myself? Be gentle, be compassionate. Remember, you are powerful, you are in charge, you do have choices in how you want to respond to this. And I'm here to support you. So watch for more information about the masterclass. In the meantime, put a little heart on your calendar. Save that date, August 17th, Thursday, 7 p.m. Eastern. 3 keys to get the love you want. I look forward to telling you more and supporting you more. So again, give this a thumbs up if it was helpful. And drop in any questions, comments. I'll be going back to look for those. All right, darling. Take very good care. Sending you lots of love. Bye for now.